You must remember this. A kiss is still a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Sure glad to see you today. We're going to take a closer look at some unusual wrenches we own that operate differently and look differently than most wrenches you see. Let's get on down to the shop and take a look at them.
Well, let's start off this video with looking at this box of goodies. What is this? I have it to thank my good friend and mentor, Scout Crafter, for this box of goodies. No, he didn't send it to me. I bought it. Let's see what's inside. Here we go. A box of hockey pucks. Yeah, 5 hockey pucks. Now, why do I have this box? Well, Scout Crafter used one or two of these in some projects and said, you've got to get some. There's so many uses for these things. You'd be amazed. Don't be a maniac. Buy some hockey pucks. So I did. And this was years ago. I don't know how long ago it was. I've got a whole... Anybody needs some hockey pucks, let me know. I've got 5 of them. I have yet to find a use for this. I guess it could be a little stand for something, or a wheel, or... I don't know. Still got them. Working on them, John. I'll find a use for them someday. Thanks again for getting me to buy this box of hockey pucks. On the subject of adjustable wrenches, I did a video on them recently and talked about them. And let's dig a little deeper into that subject. Before there were adjustable wrenches, you either bought a wrench for each size or you bought one that did multiple. And this nice wrench actually does quite a few things. All of these 5 sizes here are for square nuts and bolts. They will not work on hex nut because of the number of cutouts in them. And it was used for drain plugs in early automobiles to drain the oil. Also, for more versatility, there are 4 sizes. It's double-sided the way it's drilled in here or formed in here. One size on one side and one on the other. These 2 end ones are for hex nuts and hex-headed bolts. And the 5 inside are for square drive. Quite a versatile tool, but adjustable wrenches came along and took care of that issue where you could adjust it for either hex or square or different sizes. But this was a great item that was used before they came along. Let's look back at some in my collection that are really unusual. Today is dedicated to just different styles of adjustable wrenches. Here's an early one, and I'm sure this is a Baxter, but there's no name visible anywhere on this. It's just corroded and pitted. Nice looking old wrench, though, very interesting. It's got a dial in the middle here. You can see you can adjust your size on it by moving these 2 arms back and forth. So you got 2 different ranges of sizes you can use these on, and very interesting wrench. Here is another early one that was done, and this one is an adjustable alligator wrench where you can adjust the size there. And again, these are made for hex nuts and bolts, but this could also be used they'll work on the, it was designed for square nuts and bolts, but it can be used for hex too. Heavy well made with that nice pattern on it. Just a really unusual wrench and a nice item in my collection. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is a Crowder. Really nice piece out of my collection. A couple of interesting wrenches that I collected along the way that work a little differently than the normal adjustable wrench. And these are really self-adjusting wrenches. First of all is this Cochrane speed wrench. And the little jaws on it will open up and adjust to whatever you're working on. In fact, I'll get a little test unit out here, a bolt tester, and show you. Actually, you put it on, and then it automatically grabs, and then you can actually take it and rotate it around and continue on it, ratchet the tool. And a little one-handed tool that self-adjusts, a nice tool. And here's another version, similar type of wrench, that I restored, about 4 years ago, probably, maybe 5. And I never could find out where it was made. It says patented, then it says, it's got a name on it, KLJUC. I don't know how you pronounce it. I hurt myself trying to say it. Maybe the K is silent. It's a J-U. I don't know. KLJUC. So I don't know. I don't know how you would pronounce it. And it looks like it might have been made, and I thought, for some reason I had it in my mind, it was made in a Eastern European country. I couldn't find any country or city or company name like that anywhere. Nice, nice looking wrench. Well made, works well. Same type principle. You put it on there and it grips. And then you can ratchet around and pick it up again. And not used to using it here. Whoops. But it's all self-adjusting. Again, a one-handed wrench. Interesting little design. So that's something a little different as far as adjustable wrenches. Next is a wrench from it's probably not that uncommon to you guys across the pond and made in England, but here in the States we very seldom see footprint wrenches other than that one unique design they've had their whole time at Pipe Wrench. But here's a little monkey wrench that really well made, heavy steel bar, piece of metal wrapped around and riveted on, and then your adjustment on it. But works well, nice, feels good in hand. But it's just something unusual to us. You can see the little footprint logo on it here. And it's just unusual to us guys in the States here. But just another, I'll call it unusual adjustable wrench. Here is another style, and this one is made, you adjust it by sliding a collar up and down, and when you do, it locks in place. There's little ribs on the back here it locks into, but you pull this little jaw up, lower jaw, and then you slide the slide back up on it when you get it in position, and it locks in place. This is the pipe wrench version. You can tell from the sharp teeth on this side, and really no teeth on this side, where it'll grab that pipe. And it's called a fits-all. Nice looking little wrench, kind of a handy little size. And here's another one made in the same style. I guess it was a copy of the fits-all where there was no name on it. So I kind of took this one over the top and made it look jazzy. But since it was a known name, but again, same type design with the ribs on the back. And you just loosen the jaw here And once you loosen it, you can slide this around. This jaw is spring loaded, but wherever you move it, it locks into place automatically. And this is a nut wrench, with the smooth jaws, and works quite nice. But again, kind of an unusual. To get used to it, every time I use it, I got to pull that jaw to adjust it, but it adjusts and stays into place and works quite well. Here's another unusual adjustable wrench made by Skill. And I've never seen this before. I've just seen it the one time when I found it. And it's got had a really durable finish on it. It almost looks like a cadmium plating or something on here, but it was in pretty good shape. I just cleaned it up lightly. And I'm not sure when it was made. I haven't found it, but probably 60s, 70s, in that era. And it's got a little tab you push here, and you push this jaw in and out to adjust it to whatever size bolt head you're working on. You can see where it extends down below here to give you some depth to grab a nut or a bolt head with. And it lists the sizes on here in imperial inches and in millimeters, so you can adjust the jaw to whatever size you want, or you can just put it on the jaw and adjust it to it and then use it. So again, that's a little different type adjustable wrench. Here's another one. It's just a prized item in my collection. I just don't see this tool very often. I've only seen one other one for sale ever, besides this one. And you can see it's a pipe wrench. You can see from the very aggressive teeth and the jaws. And the teeth are in really good shape. I cleaned this one up and gave it a nice gun blue finish. Yeah, I think it gives it a real nice natural look. And I called it Atlas wrench. And the jaw on it, again, just adjust to whatever piece of pipe you put it on. Automatically, you just slam it onto it. It'll lock into place. But you adjust the jaw opening here. This is very unusual. You pull this lever, and you pull down this tab, and then the jaw you can adjust to three. You can see the notches here. You got three different positions. You got, the smallest. I had it on the largest one here, and then you got a medium, and then you got a smaller size. And you close your tab again, and you pull the lever back, and it's locked into place here. And you can use it on smaller diameter pipe. And well-made, solid, heavy wrench. Nice looking. But again, it's something you just don't see very often. Here's another one that's an unusual adjustable wrench, and this is a flare nut wrench. And you adjust it to fit the size of the bolt you're working on. And so it's a good solid contact, and over flare nuts you would fit it down over it. I'll say this would work if you adjusted it to here, this size. If you were working on this size and it fits it just right, it's a good snug solid contact. The only thing is, I'm used to using a wrench where you pull it off and you position it back on. You have to lift this one up and over, and then reposition and put it back down over it again. Because of the way it's made, you can't slide it on. But you can adjust it from, very small sizes all the way up to pretty good size opening. Again, another adjustable wrench. Here's another unusual wrench. This is actually a pipe wrench, which is made in Japan. And how this works is, when you want to open the jaw, you rotate it around like that, and it opens the jaw. Yeah, it is strange. You just rotate it till the jaw's as wide as you need it. Then you can tighten it down on the, whatever you're working on. And then you can But again, to open it, you open it here. And if you need to, of course, you can, it doesn't go back the other way. Just the one way to get it open, and then it works. It's a good, heavy-duty, stout wrench. I restored it exactly like the original, which was the black handle and the gray, or just the natural finish up here. Black top, and then the little red for the set screw here. But just a really weird way to work when you had to spin it around to open the jaw. Then after you clamp it onto something, you can snug it down, do your work, and then again, it's just an odd way to work. So I was looking at unusual adjustable wrenches, and that definitely fits the category. And finally, this isn't adjustable, it's a fixed wrench, but it is really unusual, and I thought it fit in the category of these unusual wrenches. This is a crocodile wrench. It was, there was another one made that was an alligator wrench. There were a couple of 2 or 3 different ones made, and people put their own names on them, and they were fighting each other over patents. But how this wrench operates, it's got 2 alligator jaws, or I guess you could call them crocodile jaws, since this is called a crocodile wrench, but that style, alligator style, and which is made for square nuts and bolts. And in addition to that, it's got 3 thread chasers here. Now, they aren't threaders. They're actually made to rethread bolts after you've gotten them out. But this wrench was evidently made on a Monday after a drunken weekend, because this was definitely a hangover wrench. If you look at these thread chasers on here, its top size, which is a 3/8, is labeled 5/16 by 18. The bottom one, which is a 5/16 hole, is labeled 3/8 by 16, so they completely reverse the light markings on them. But the real odd one here is in the middle. This is listed as a 1/2 by 12 thread. There is no such thing. I have looked high and low to see if there were some threads made to some standards that were 1/2 by 12. Nothing I could find. A 1/2 by 13 bolt actually works in here. So this is 1/2 by 13, but it was marked 1/2 by 12. 3 mismarkings on it. Really an unusual wrench. I've never seen another one marked this way. I've looked high and low at every one I've ever seen just to see, but I've never seen one with that marking. So I guess I got a real rare item here. It's just so unusual. Nice to have in my collection. So that's my unusual adjustable wrenches, plus the one oddball. I appreciate you watching my video.